Nope. Moving you guys around a little bit. Moving you guys around. Is this one or this one? This one's showing too much. I did some rearranging. Okay, let's see. Alrighty. Let me see if I can find us. First step. To do Happy Monday. Mondays are tough, so we have to be positive. Where on earth? Happy Monday to you, Marty. How are you? Let's see. Where is my little note? So, hi, Shelly. I thought I had us all situated, but I don't want these lights bothering you guys. Let me move this one back a little bit. Is that better? Yeah. So, this is how much I love you. I lowered the camera, which is not flattering to my physique, but I wasn't happy with the camera angle the other day when I did a centerpiece. So I've been experimenting since we're trying to do live every day this month, experimenting with the lighting and camera angle so we can get a good idea of what works for us. So we have Marty, we have Shelly, Teresa's over on YouTube. Thank you. Shelly Sprinkled. Thank you. Carol's here. She says the lights are good. Lois is here from West Virginia. So Grammy's at home. She is up to her nose in laundry. Poor Grammy. And I have a couple things I don't want to forget to tell you. And I had a little note. Okay, here it is. I wanted to make sure to remind you guys, if you're not in, hi Vicki. Oh good, Shelly, great. Hi Jessica. I wanted to remind you, if you're not already in the group, you're going to want to join Holidays Designer Circle. I'm going to put their link in the comments, and I'm going to pin it. Now, I'm not tech savvy because it's a really long link, but I just wanted to make sure that if you guys haven't joined, it's Holidays, DAZE Designer Circle. We're going to have a bunny parade. So, you know, the infamous 16-inch flocked bunnies of all different colors. Cindy, the owner of the page, she said, you know, who would be interested? Let's do a live marathon next weekend, March 11th and 12th. So a bunch of us said, yeah, that sounds like fun. So we each have to do a project, but we have to use at least one of the Walmart bunnies. And I will be live Saturday evening, that's the 11th, from 7 to 8. But the lives are going to be on the Holidays Designer Circle page. So after what happened yesterday with my camera and my Facebook page and everything, fingers crossed that I don't have any problems going live on their page. Fingers and toes. Oh, you would help me? Oh, I have so many sweet people in our group. And I don't see Debbie here yet, but prayers for our friend Debbie Gray. She is a friend of ours, and she's been in our group since the beginning. Her and her husband have COVID. Then she got blood clots in her lungs. And then they had a terrible storm that took out all of their electricity, and she's on oxygen. So it's just woof. Thank you, Shelly. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Peggy. How's everybody doing? Okay, so looks like we've got the lights look good and the camera angle looks good. I brought it down quite a bit so you can actually see behind me a little bit more, like this centerpiece we made the other day. This is the wreath we made the other day. That's a nice everyday. I love that blue. The wholesaler called it sage blue or antique blue. Let me get one of those close up. It's really pretty. Yes, Shelly, thank you. So today we're not using anything that I sell. Today we're using all kinds of products that either myself or Grammy had in our stash. So this is a good example of why you guys need to go over to our Etsy shop and get Grammy's D-Stash box, because she has some cute stuff. Cute stuff. Oh, Scott, my hubby he's back down at his house, and he has 2 friends today. They're going to try to do a couple big loads up to storage. He did get a couple pieces of old furniture sold. So that's good. He's making progress. Jackie's a new viewer, although watching for a while. Great. Welcome. Thank you. If anybody out there is new, speak up. Tell us where you're from and what you like to make. Grammy's here. Rosario's here. Yeah, thanks, Rosario. I don't handle technical problems very well. If I can't figure it out, I get super frustrated. But I think we've got it figured out. But I am thinking about going away from the Mevo camera and using a different type of live stream camera, because this thing has been nothing but problems. Oh, yay! Carol Sprinkle for the first time. Thank you so much. So Carol just reminded me, every day at the end of the live, we pick a name from the random comment picker, and that's the attendance prize for the day. And all of you that sprinkle or bless our live today will be entered into a drawing tomorrow. Oh, you like the carrot tree? I know. It's time for some bunnies on there. Grammy wishes she could talk instead of typing. Well, you're welcome to come over, but that, unfortunately, laundry just refuses to wash itself. It just won't do it. Margarita's watching from Newfoundland, Canada. Welcome, Canada. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. So, as most of you know, I'm Amanda with Grammy's Craft Boutique. Grammy's usually with me, but she's on laundry duty at home. And we are in the midst of our March into Spring live marathon. Had 4 days under our belt before my page and my camera got hacked. So all that's fixed. And I have a name to announce from, let's see. So she would have shared Saturday, and then we pulled the name yesterday, and then we weren't able to go live. So Cheryl Harris won a prize for blessing our page. So thank you, Cheryl. And I've got you written down in I've got you on a tiny Post-it note that's folded up, which is part of my very intricate filing system. So, Mom, you're going to cook? Well, okay, whatever makes you happy. Thanks, Carol, for sharing. Oh, I said the S word. Hi, Maddie. Okay, so apparently I said a word in my post yesterday on Facebook. I wanted to reach out to you all and let you know that we were still dealing with our technical issues. So I said the H word in my post that rhymes with slacker. And all of a sudden, I was getting inundated with messages from, I guess, bots and just things that I knew weren't legitimate. So I took that post down. I'm telling you, it's this world that we live in is just crazy. Peggy can't rotate the screen. Uh-oh. You mean are the comments bothering you? Because you should be able to swipe. I think if you swipe right, the comments will get out of your way. Okay, so welcome everybody to Grammy's Craft Boutique. You're in the craft room. And I was telling you guys that you have to head over to our Etsy shop and grab one of Grammy's D-Stash boxes. Because today, we're not using anything that we sell. We're using all things that I have found in Grammy's basement of crafts or my basement. And this is any number of these types of things could be in the D-Stash box. So it's lots of fun. This bunny, her ears need shaped. Hi, Gail. Hi, Kim. Oh, I'm glad you're here. Yesterday was very frustrating. And we're up and running now, but I really don't understand exactly what happened. The guy at Mevo told me that someone overseas had taken control of my camera. And thank you, Teresa. Thank you so much for sprinkling. You'll be entered into a drawing for tomorrow. I don't understand how I could be holding my camera with taking the SIM card out and unplugging it, and I'm physically holding this camera, how someone could be hacking it. But that's okay. I don't need to understand. I just needed it fixed. Look at that sweet face. And she's got a tulle dress with a little shimmer, little greenery and ribbon. Her ears are wired, so I'm shaping up her ears. She's got a little bow. Sweet face. She's got long legs. Now, she does have a little Easter basket in her hand. I haven't decided. The Easter basket's kind of casual, and she's pretty dressy. So we'll see if we want to keep that in her hand. But this is an example of things that Grammy's destashing if I don't get a hold of it myself. Like this is from a company called Simply Spring, and she got this at TJ Maxx. So the stuff we're destashing is potentially from one of our wholesalers. It could be from one of the other craft shops where we also shop on Etsy or their website. Home Goods, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls are great places to find darling additions. Also, this candlestick. This is called the Robert Stanley Signature Collection. And I like that it's natural looking. That black top isn't going to show. Oh, yes. Uh-huh. I did break out in hives yesterday as I was walking Mom out to her car. We did a little bit on the computer because we just didn't want the day to be a waste. We got some new D. Stevens ribbon listed in the shop, and she noticed I was breaking out in hives. And you know, it is what it is. But I told my dad this morning that it's just such a different world. When I was a kid, you guys would get phone calls from salespeople or somebody, trying to get your information. Now it's constant phone calls, text messages, emails, messages through Facebook. This is from, I'm guessing this is a Michaels product, but it's one that I really like. I like that this hangs like this because we're going to want some color hanging down. And then I just have, just to give you an idea, I brought up a enormous pile of greenery and flowers, all things that we could potentially be destashing. So I just wanted to give you guys an idea of what could show up in a destash box. So that's why today we're only using things that have been discovered in either mine or Grammy's basements. Teresa thinks I could do 100 days of lives from mine and Grammy's destashing. She's probably right. Hi, Rhonda. How are you? Hi, Janet. Oh, Shirley, first time watching. Welcome, Shirley. I'm Amanda. Grammy's at home today. She's usually here. Welcome, welcome. We are Grammy's Craft Boutique. If you bless or sprinkle the live, you get entered into a drawing for tomorrow. And at the end of today's live, we'll do an attendance prize. Hi, Gail. Hi, Cheryl. Looks like she's watching from YouTube. I better get to work, you guys. I love talking. And I'm going to let Grammy watch the comments so I can get back to what we're doing here. So the reason I brought the camera down and forward is because the other day I wasn't happy with your view when we were doing the centerpiece. So I wanted to try to get a better view for you guys. And I was in here messing around with lighting and camera views and stuff like that anyway. Janet sees Grammy. She's in here. Yeah, Shelly, somebody's always trying to get your information. I mean, it's just, it's just frustrating. And, my mom and I, we panic very easily if we see something that we're not sure of. My brother works in IT, and he actually works in IT security. So we'll reach out to him to make sure, it's not something we need to worry about. So what's really nice about these candlesticks is you can get these foam pieces at the Dollar Tree. If I can get by with not having to chop up foam, I am all for it. So when I see these at the Dollar Tree, I grab a bunch of them. They're good for candlesticks. They're good for your little arrangements. So there's a few different sizes. I just always grab a bunch. Thank you, Jessica. I had to take a drink. Hi, Carol. Welcome, welcome. Okay, Teresa, have a good day at work. Okay, so cute candlestick. We're going to glue this piece of foam on here, and we are going to get to work. This little bunny is going to be featured, and then we're going to do some florals. Going to be cute. I guess I should take the tag off of that too. So I'm going to dip this in my glue pot that's behind me. Get plenty of glue on there. But yeah, I got a bunch of glue. Now when I get on here, I'm gonna twist this, swirl it, and kind of nudge it back and forth until I feel it starting to grip and dry. I do that just to make sure I've really got the glue spread around and that it's not going anywhere. So I do know that I want her little tushy in the middle, but I don't like those legs flopping like that. So what I'll do is, let's see, probably crisscross her legs. And we'll decide. Now, she is not, I always preach about how I love foam products because you can use floral pins and wire. She does have a weight in her tushy. That's fine. We're going to glue her down and then we'll anchor her with a couple pins. But first I want to build up the base and see what all we're going to use since I brought up, apparently I brought up all of the things from the basement and Grammy's basement. Brought some white, some lavender, some cream. This is my favorite greenery from a, I guess you'd say a bigger box craft store. This is the Hobby Lobby. And I would call this a button leaf. Because we also carry a type of button leaf, but this one, I'm real selective about my greenery, and this one is my favorite from Hobby Lobby. Of course, I only wait till it's on sale, but I like it because you can push it up to make it full, or you can leave it spread out so there's more coverage. I'm going to push this up just a tiny bit, so I think that's about where I want it, and I'll start snipping. What do I do with my wire cutter? Oh, they're behind me. So I'm going to take that. So I really hope if you guys aren't busy Saturday evening that you can hop over to Holidays Designer Circle page and join me on that page. I'm excited to be a part of a live marathon. I've never been invited to be in a live marathon before. That's why we decided to just do our own in March. And I think I know what I want to do with my bunny, but it's only Monday, so I'll change my mind a whole bunch of times before Saturday. And don't be surprised if I'm in my jammies, because 7 to 8, I'm usually in my jammies trying to convince my husband to watch something on TV with me. We have very different tastes in TV and movies. So I just nudged those up a bit, and I'm cutting them as long as I can get them. And this is one reason why this is one of my favorite Hobby Lobby greeneries. You get a lot of pieces. So that's 7 pieces. So I'm giving these a bit of a bend, and I want to go around and start getting some green around the base. Yeah, there's a theme. Everyone has to use the 16-inch flocked bunny from Walmart, because you know that Walmart bunny is I'm guessing he's going viral. And you can use whichever color you want, and you can do whatever design you want, but you have to use at least one of those bunnies. So I'm basically going to go in up high in this piece of foam up here and start getting some greenery around it. Then dip that in my glue. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what everybody's going to make. You know, and there's always the anxiety of oh gosh, you know, I hope my design is good enough. When you're in a group with someone like Amy Rudy Smith from Babam, you can't help but think, oh my gosh, I hope my design is good enough. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Susie's here. So I'm just spacing these out because we want some greenery, but I am also going to start using in between to bring in that beautiful pink, the, is that wisteria? You guys, I gotta learn my flower names. Hey, Mom, I don't know if you heard me. You might have not been in here yet, but you know how Debbie was in the hospital with blood clots? They had terrible storms, and she's at home on oxygen, and they lost their power last night. Ugh. Glue strings, unacceptable. So I'm bending that, and I'm just going straight into the side. And I know right now, it doesn't look like much right now, right? So I've got 3 pieces of that. We'll save those. And I'm going to bring these in. And I think hey, are these wisteria? Is that what you call these that hang down? I've always wanted to live somewhere where I could get these to grow, but I'm embarrassed to tell you guys that I call these hangy down flowers, since I am not well educated on my flower names, but I'm working on it. Hi, Anna. Welcome, everybody. No, Mom, I don't know how she's doing. I was hoping, well, you know, this is silly of me. I was hoping she'd be on our live today, but if they don't have power, duh. So I'm just, yes, wisteria. I've always wanted to live somewhere where I could have wisteria. I don't think it grows here or something. We're in Illinois, across the river from St. Louis. And honestly, we're in like the worst zone for stuff. We're zone 6. And nothing pretty. I'm taking that leaf off. And I'm going to trim this right here because I want to see how I want to put this in. Nothing pretty is in zone 6. I'm telling you. Like, mom and dad have a pool, and my dad would love to have like some banana trees or something something that looks tropical. I'll trim that a little bit. Ooh, Shelly says, say to put your glue in the freezer. I'm not sure. Oh, well, I do try to, I try to always, you know, put my stem in like a pencil and make sure I go around with it, you know, to try to get rid of the glue strings. But sometimes you can't help it. So I've just been playing with this to try to decide how I want to put it in. So I made a little like hook. And I'm going to come over here and turn a little more off of that. Dip it in my glue. Honestly, I think the problem is my glue might be too hot, Shelly. Sometimes I come in here long before the live and I turn on everything, and I don't want these really super matchy, like all hanging at the exact same heights. So I'm going to bring this one down a little bit and then up, or maybe we'll go up with this one. Let me see how this would hang. I actually like that better, so that they're not all at the exact same height. I mean, nature is not matchy, so I try. Sometimes I struggle with like not being super symmetrical, or because my OCD says, oh, it has to match perfect. It has to. And we'll come down lower with this one. Yeah, so my brother took my nephew to see Cocaine Bear, which I had no idea was a true story about a bear that got a hold of the cartel's cocaine shipment and got into it because he's a bear, and with glue, just do as I say and don't do as I do, because I'm a mess. So I think I like alternating this. This one's a little bit higher. This one's coming down right there between. I'm not happy with the first one I placed, so I'm going to get that one out of there. I know, Anna, it's really hard for me too. In fact, when I was working in retail pharmacy, I felt like I always had to have everything about my outfit match. You know, if I was going to work, I had to have, my shoes and my jewelry and everything had to be just so. And I blame a little bit of that on my grandmothers, because they were just so put together. Oh yeah, all my my jewelry had to match too, of course. So I'm going in further toward the middle with these, so they're not hanging down so far. Oh, your grandmother was too? It's so cute. I mean, my grandmas were both so cute. In my mind's eye, they both always looked like movie stars. Yeah, so I don't know about this Cocaine Bear thing. My brother asked me the other night if I wanted to go to the show, and I said, well, what are you guys going to go see? And he told me, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm okay. I mean, I was a good aunt to Landon while he was growing up. I never missed a Marvel movie, but yeah, I really don't care to see a story about a cracked out bear going on a killing rampage. But he's a teenager now, so his tastes are starting to get kind of strange. I don't know what my brother's excuse is, though. Okay, so what we have right now, we've got 2 of the wisteria, and I angled them to where they're coming out a little higher. And then these 2, see, I got them flat so that they're hanging down a little lower, so they're not too matchy. Oh yeah, Gail, it's almost impossible if you're like that. It's almost impossible to change, isn't it? My friend AJ with Silva and Or, she's saying hi, and it's nice out, so she's gonna go sand wood. Oh, I know, Kim. I hope he thinks I'm a good aunt. I am having, honest to goodness, empty nest syndrome now that he's turned into a teenager. I really, really am. And my brother called me yesterday and we talked about it a little bit. And he said, it's not that he doesn't want to spend time with you. It's just he's at an age where it's different things that he's wanting to do, like sit and play these video games for hours and hours. Well, I understand that because he lost me on the video games a long time ago. I kept up with video games until we played Lego Dimensions, and we played Skylander and a couple other things. But I mean, when he started getting into some of these more complex games, and now he's online playing with his friends, so I get it. I just miss him. So this is a cute pic that could show up in a D-stash box. This is like Easter eggs and a mixed foliage and some pastel little blooms. So that's fun. Oh yeah, I know. Grammy's not going to handle that well. And this one's paper wrapped, so you can just take your sections that you're going to use. This section is just a little bit of leaves, but we can add that to something else. And when you get these picks and sprays, you want to make sure you give everything a nice fluff and bend. Because they're not going to show up. They're going to have been packed, although my dad packs like a master, but they come from our wholesaler sometimes. all smushed up. So you got to make sure you get those all spread out. And when I want to use something like this that has multiple pieces, I don't necessarily go into the foam. Sometimes I'll lay it across, bend them down, see where I want them to lay, and then I'll pop a floral pin in. But I think first we're going to get her little booty glued on so I know right where we want to place everything else. To get her little honey. Oh, we got to cut this tag off. Yeah, I do, Anna. I save a lot of long pieces, and you just never know if you're going to need to possibly make a piece longer. This is going to look crazy, but I'm going to pull her skirt up over her head, and I don't think I have a rubber band in here, but I'm going to zip tie this up over her head while I get her tushy glued down, because I just don't want to get glue on that tooling. She says, hey, put my skirt down. Okay, here we go. I'm going to glue her tush. I'm going to get out some floral pins too. She says, hey, that's hot on my butt. That's hot on my butt. I'm pressing down. Pressing. And then, while I've got her skirt unceremoniously zip tied above her head, I'm going to take a couple floral pins, dip them in glue, and I'm just going to grab some fabric and shove it into the foam. She probably honestly doesn't need it, but it's just extra security. What's going on? Daddy's going to become a great Grammy any day. What? Who could be a soccer player? I must have missed something. If we're talking about my nephew, you guys, my nephew did get this from me. He has no interest in sports. And that includes playing or watching. Hello. So while her dress is still up, I'm going to take her leg over and kind of make her cross her legs. See that? Because otherwise, these legs are just all over the place. So I'm going to put a little dab of glue behind this one. And it's because these legs aren't wired. That's all. So I'm going to put a dot of glue with one of my bamboo skewers. And then I'm going to put this leg over this leg. And then I'll just hold it for a second. Yeah. The funny thing is, Landon, he's strong and he's fast. And when they do track, he doesn't mind, when he's in gym, he doesn't mind all the running. He told his dad that, he didn't think running was that big of a deal. He always comes in first. So he just doesn't have any desire to play. Now, I've talked to him a little bit about it because I didn't want to play team sports. But when I got a little older, one of my friends introduced me to tennis, and that appealed to me because I could play singles. So far, we have a little bit of wisteria and some greenery, and we've got her glued on. Now we just need to pop in some more greenery and florals. Yeah, Carol, we really thought that he was going to keep writing. He ended up with an English teacher in junior high that he wasn't really fond of, and he said he didn't want to write anymore. So that made me sad because I loved his imagination. So we'll just have to see. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to give myself like less than an inch of this stem, and I will secure it with a floral pin, if that makes sense. Because I want it to come out and away from the candlestick a little bit, but come down far enough that you can see it. Well, I might be able to, let's see something here. I'm holding on to everything really tight, so yeah, I can poke that into the foam. I don't need a floral pin. No problemo. Oh, Grammy's laying claim to more projects, guys. And this one's kind of going right next to her leg. And then I'm going to pull some of this greenery around a little bit. It just is going to look like she's just sitting on her perch, on her beautiful perch of flowers and Easter eggs. Yeah, if any of you are interested in any of the products I make during my March marathon, you better message me because Grammy has already decided she needs 2 of the carrots and what else? Oh, she loves this basket, and well, she's partial, I guess, because I'm her girl. So over here, I'm just seeing how far down this is coming. I'm going to cut that, give myself about an inch, Get that in the glue. And this one's coming in just next to her hip. And that'll be cute, that little egg right under her basket, and this pop of blue, these blue blooms next to that pink wisteria. So I'm just giving these a bend. And I don't want to ignore the back, right? We talked about this the other day with a centerpiece that, you can specify that a piece is 360 degrees all the way around. But you don't want to splurge so much on product on the back if it's mostly going to be seen from the front. So I think of this, obviously, you want to see her face. So I'm thinking back here we've got 2 wisteria hanging and some greenery. I'm thinking I'm going to take this mixed greenery. It's called Plastic Mix Greenery Bush. And see, it has all types of texture, and just that'll fill in back here really nice. So it's not like you're neglecting, but we want all the pretties up front, especially with this one. So you gotta make sure you're fluffing, getting all the pretty stuff facing forward. And then if you're like me, you pull stuff off because you're a brute. Scott says sometimes I hulk out. I said, I do not. I'm just a lady. I'm a delicate little flower. He disagrees, though. Aw, thanks, guys. Oh, my goodness, you're so sweet. Appreciate you guys being here. So I'm going to give that a trim, give myself about 1 inch or 1.5 inches. And we're going to fill in back here with some greenery. Oh, that's fun, Shelly. Hey, have you guys started getting what do you call it? Like anniversary things for being on our page, like anniversary follower or top fan. Have you guys started getting any of those? I meant to ask you guys a while back. Oh, cool. Yeah, that's fun. I always like it when I've been and I've been a fan of a page for a while and I get a badge and it says like you're an anniversary follower, and I'm like, yeah, I am. So see how that filled in the back? Oh, Anna's gotten the diamond and a flower with the number 3. Interesting. So I'm going to gather her dress up a little bit on this side where she has her Easter basket, because I want to add in, on this one side, I want to add a couple more substantial flowers. And this is a bundle. That's a lot of fun. So you guys have to get over there and see about getting a D-stash box. Grammy's putting some good stuff together. Nope, no pressure, Grammy. And she has to do it without me, because I will be no help at all, because see, I pulled off a little bit that had a little bit of lavender and some greenery and that beautiful flower. I think I want it right around here. Yeah, I'm no help at all, because if I see some of this stuff, I'm like, oh, Grammy, you better save that. I might want to make something with that. Well, that's no help. The last couple D-stash boxes she showed me, and I was like, oh. And she was just like, Amanda Christine, we can't keep all of the supplies. I know. But can we? Right? See, we had to gather her dress up in that corner a little bit so we could bring some florals up higher. Now I'll probably have to do a lot of trimming, because, you know, this tool, you handle it enough, it'll snag. But that's okay. That's what little bitty scissors are for. Little bitty scissors. Good for trimming. And this one is like a lighter pink. Let's see. I need to put that with something though. Maybe some of this purple. Let's see what this looks like together. Sometimes I just like to piece my own little bouquet together. I like those leaves. I like those little purple flowers. And then I dropped that one. And I have not been good about using my pick machine. I'll be honest, that thing is heavy, and I'm a wimp. So what I do is I gather up some things to make my own little bouquet. And then if I have to, I'll take the awl and I'll make a little, what I would call a pilot haul. Oh, Shelly, you're so sweet. Yeah, I've got 2 prizes to send to you. And if you just came on, or if you missed all of my talking earlier, if you bless our page or our live today, you get put into a drawing to win a prize tomorrow. And then we will still do our attendance prize. You guys are all so sweet and thoughtful. See, not everybody would be like that. Like, Shelly's worried because she's been drawn twice and she's like, no, someone else needs to win because she's a sweet person. We have the best people. That's just the way it is. My people are my favorite. Oh, look at how that's shaping up. How cute. How cute is she? Oh, am I? I'm going. See, I'm telling you, you guys have to send me some suggestions. There has got to be a good way to do a centerpiece so that you guys can see. So I did gather her tulle dress up a little bit so we could get some more substantial florals in there. Making sure everything is fluffed. The leaves are looking nice. I'm gonna bend a couple of these flowers up. I like that she's got some ribbon around her neck that's hanging down. That's cute. So let's look at the side a little bit, because even though we were talking about how she's going to be something that someone probably sits so that it's admired from the front, we still want to make sure she looks cute from the sides. I've got the rest of this one that's got one more egg and a little bit of pink leaf. And I think I want to go up real tight next to her leg. Now it's starting to get pretty snug in here. So I'm going to cut this at a sharper angle so that I can get that poked into the foam. Hopefully. I don't know if all of you know that I have my FedEx guy decided a while back that he and I were going to be friends. He gives me a birthday gift every year. He's ordered a couple wreaths from me for his mom and his grandma. But now he's wanting me to go get manicures and pedicures with him. And I'm like, man, that's something my mom and I do. I'm going to turn it around in a second. What I'm looking at is one of these leaves over here I'm not happy with. And so I'm going to snip that out. If I'm not happy with something, it gets evicted. And I'm going to bring it up here because I think it looks cute right here. Well, yeah, he does deliver here almost every day. But, and it's not that I'm opposed to making new friends, but that's just kind of my thing I do. I either get my manis and petties with my mom or my friend AJ. And I've just never gone to get a pedicure or manicure with my FedEx delivery driver. Just saying. But I will say that that is something my husband and I have in common. He has never met a stranger, and when you meet him, he's your friend. I mean, there's no two ways about it. There's very few people that Scott can't get along with. And I mean, there are some people that he's you know, he might not be a huge fan of, but with that comes a lot of invitations. Oh, you need to come out here, bring your wife here, do this, do that. Okay. Don't do that because I'm a homebody. My goodness. Oh, so yesterday, I don't even know if I should tell you guys this story. This so I added a little bit more green over here on the side of my mixed greens. Oh, I need to glue it though. I saw Teresa's comment telling the story from yesterday. So, two little kids came to the door yesterday selling candy bars. So, and you guys, I mean little kids, like 4 and 5. And maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a parent, but I was very, very protective of Landon. Uh-oh, did we freeze? Did we freeze up? Are we frozen? Uh-oh, we're not moving. Why are we not moving? It's telling me that it's attempting to reconnect.